was reported about Carrie Underwood that her farm is struggling in Tennessee, that she can't find help to maintain the land and stuff. And so, here's the thing. Both my grandparents grew up on the farm, so they had a very strong hard work ethic since the day they was born. So they tended to animals, and they fed them, all this other stuff. So again, my parents do hard work. That's why they were always up at the crack of dawn, because they were used to it, because they both grew up on the farm. I have family members who have own farms. I have friends who lives on farms and stuff like that, and we know that it's a lot of work. Like, their job never ends. Is it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? Now, when you are a farmer, you are looking at a politician to see how it's going to affect your land, how it's going to affect you, growing produce, all these things, right? So you're trying to vote for the best candidate that you feel will truly help you out. When Joe Biden was in office, he helped a lot of these farmers, helped them with government grants and everything else to help them keep it afloat. Because like he said, without farmers, we wouldn't eat, which is very true. And then you have some motherfuckers who took that from Joe Biden, who voted for the motherfucker who's in office now. I need you to understand that your actions have consequences. She, in a sense, can write off this loss on her taxes. This is not going to hurt her, but this was going to hurt people who rely on that job. Now, she voted for that man. She sung at his inauguration, if you call that singing, because, baby, she couldn't find a fucking key to save her life. Just saying. And she's upset. She can't find workers. And here's the thing to MAG supporters: white, black, Asian, Hispanic. Why are you not going down there and help her with her farm? Why the rest of y'all not helping her with other people's farms? Because y'all said, I quote, immigrants are taking black jobs. Immigrants are taking jobs from hardworking Americans and everything else. So you sit there willingly vote for a man who made it very clear what he was going to do, what was his policies was, what he was going to do. I don't feel sorry for her one bit. May nothing ever grow on that farm ever again. And I say that with my whole chest. I could not imagine. I work somewhere, and I could not imagine voting for a politician locally here in Toledo, in the state of Ohio, and the person who's going to run this whole entire country, that's going to hurt my job, because my job has been hurt by this, by funding's been cut. Y'all seem not to get this. And then you want to cry crocodile tears like you're the victim. You're not the victim. She made a conscious decision to vote for an individual because she's a, good old Southern girl, country girl, who wanted to sit there and make America great again. Now, mind you, I used to listen to Carrie Underwood. I used to go hard for some Carrie Underwood. Doug Monkeys. I used to play her albums all the time. Won't pretend I didn't. But the moment I start seeing her true colors, I'm like, yeah, bet I'm gonna have to not fuck with you no more. Okay? Respectfully, of course. But not only that, there's a video going around, and that's the thing, is I don't know if it's true, has been confirmed, but allegedly it was a kid, a 12-year-old boy, who held up a sign. He wanted his first kiss to be by Carrie Underwood, something like that, right? And it's shown that she's kissed the boy on the lips. Now, if this is true, and that's why I said this is alleged, this can be II and stuff like that, because again, I'm not saying that she did this, because hey, bitch ain't trying to get sued. But if this is true, why is that individual not getting dragged? But y'all would have literally, if Obama did that, y'all would have run that man in jail, no questions asked. So again, I don't feel sorry for her. I don't feel sorry for the other ones. It was people in Virginia like, oh, we may lose our farms, and not one fuck, not one. Because again, when you vote, your voting has consequences. And I am not going to vote that's going to hurt my friends and family members who own farms. I'm not going to hurt where jobs that I work at rely on state and federal funding to function. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to vote against that because it makes no.
Hello guys, welcome to my social commentary. My name is Ransom Joseph. I was going through TikTok and I saw this particular post and it got my attention, so I decided to bring it on here on this app for people to see and also share their opinion and thoughts about what is really happening in our country, about the things we are facing and the things going on in our country, the laws, the effects and the advantages that it has on us, because on a brighter note, I think it's more of disadvantage than advantage to us at large. So tell us what you think about this video in the comment section, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this to pop up your screen. Watch this.
Hello. Breaking news. I dug my keys into the side of his pretty little suit, the four-wheel drive. Y'all remember Carrie Underwood, my darling? Well, child, that lady over here saying she got exhaustion. She tired, y'all. She tired. Why she tired? Because her and her husband and her 2 kids been having to work that farm they got in Tennessee. Why, you say? They ain't got no farm workers. All them undocumented workers are gone. So now her and her husband and her kids, they got to be out there working the farm, feeding the animals, tending to the garden. You remember a while back, she was so proud that she had built her own little garden and her own little greenhouse, and she was showing it off. Yes. And then she went and she sang, you remember, at the inauguration. And you know, she's a MAGA darling. Baby. But you ain't got nobody to help you with them animals. You and them goats out there. By yourself, you ain't got nobody to help you. So I suggest all you MAGA people, she needs help to run her farm. She tired. She got to be getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. The kids got to get up, tie the goats out, feed the chickens. When I tell you I love this for her, I absolutely love it for her. Now, mind you, I wasn't necessarily a big fan of Carrie Underwood, but I love that song. Right now. Yeah, that song. I love it. And I also love that rendition she did of How Great Thou Art. Make me cry every time I be laying prostrate on the floor when she's singing, because I felt like the anointing was on her with that song. But I digress. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the fact that she is MAGA. She voted for this. And now she's suffering. And we're not here to laugh at her suffering. Not at all. We're just here to remind her, this is what you voted for. You're getting what you voted for. He deported all your help. He rounded them up. They gone. So, yes, you have to get up early. Your kids got to get up early. That's how they used to do it in the old days. The kids had to get up early, tend to the animals before they went to school. You got this. You got it. Oh, I don't know. Maybe you could hire some people and pay them an actual living wage because you are a millionaire and you probably got the money. Okay. Right now, she's probably I bet he'll think about. I don't even know the words, but you know what I'm saying. Okay. Bye.
You ever notice some people pray for rain, but then complain when they got to carry the bucket? So the rumor is that Carrie Underwood is out here struggling to maintain her 400-acre property. You know, chicken, horse, sheep, greenhouses, all the things, right? It's like a whole little house on the prairie starter kit. So now she's having trouble finding farm hands, and Miss Girl got to get up at the crack of dawn. Shovel hay, feed animals, harvest food, water the plant. You know, all the stuff people said Americans would happily do if immigrants stopped stealing their jobs. Now, for me, the irony in all of this is Carrie Underwood is a Trump fan. She's been on the build the wall, protect American jobs train. So I go, if that logic holds, shouldn't she be thrilled right about now? I mean, congratulations, Carrie girl, you got the job back. Now go pull yourself up by your Chinese-made bootstraps and get to work, girl. This is the crazy thing, though. Immigrants have been the backbone of multiple industries in America for a long time. Agriculture, construction, hospitality. Industries that keep this country running. Decades of break-backing work. Feeding this country, building its home. Keeping it alive. And you know what America's reward was? Treat immigrants like they're disposable. Push them out. And then when the system collapses, suddenly everyone's got the shocked Pikachu face. So my question to Americans is, how much are you willing to lose to hold on to the fantasy that you don't need immigrant labor? Because without the people that you said didn't matter, you might just find out your American dream is actually one long nightmare. And you're the one that has to wake up and collect the eggs, boo.
The also lovely and privileged Miss Carrie Underwood is finding it hard to maintain her 400-acre farm in Tennessee. She said it's so hard finding and keeping hired hands. You mean the hands that you voted for to get deported? And that's why I understand that y'all's vote was so rooted in racism that you could not even see that you were voting against your own interests. I just want to know, Carrie, while you were in that voting booth, voting against your own interests, who did you think was going to maintain your 400-acre farm? I know like hell you didn't think it was going to be your cousin Billy and Bob, and like hell you thought it was going to be Tyreek and Jashawn, because we all know y'all have a tendency to pay these immigrants less than what they're worth. And for you to think that you were going to vote to deport them and then in turn hire what, white and black people at the same rate, you got to be out your mind. I guess you're going to have to go on a job search and search for all the people that said all the immigrants was taking all the American jobs. Find them, or matter of fact, is your farm, you work it.
Oh Lord, another FAFO celebrity edition, and this one is for Carrie Underwood. Evidently, she's battling exhaustion from having to deal with the endless repairs of looking after a farm and feeding the animals and tending to the crops. Apparently farm life does not agree with her, and for whatever reason they don't have any farm workers, so her husband and her 2 kids are having to pick up the slack of looking after a farm. And apparently it's hard work. Yes, my dear, it is very hard work to be on a farm. So yep, get to it. Get up at the crack of dawn, get out there and get on those chores. What's the matter? Are the royalties from Until He Cheats drying up that you can't afford to pay farm workers? Or did you have undocumenteds working for you and now they're not there anymore?
You guys, you are asking it, so tell us what you think about this in the comment section. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this. Gotcha.